Hi everyone, my name is Igor and this is my first video on Crimson Knight channel. In this video I decided to show my game played in 2014 at the 14th memorial of Henrik Gross. The time control was 45 minutes for the entire game. I consider this game as my best game I played so far. I played black against a strong candidate master Steven Gaffigan. He started e4. I replied e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, d6, short castle, bishop g4, h3, h5, d4. It's supposed to be said that if white makes a terrible mistake and takes on g4, then black recaptures on g4, and after that knight h2 would be a terrible mistake due to queen h4 and black wins. So therefore, instead of knight h2, white's supposed to play something like d3, and after g takes f3, queen takes f3, queen h4, queen h3, queen takes h3, g takes h3, and rook takes h3, black's position is better. The other white replies on 8th move instead of d3 are not better. So therefore white plays d4 here. It doesn't take the bishop on g4. b5, bishop b3, knight takes d4, h takes g4, h takes g4, and since the g5 square is now guarded by bishop c1, white plays knight g5, attacking f7 pawn. Black's reply is obvious, knight h6, protecting the pawn. c3. This move is not precise and allows black to eliminate the strong Spanish white-colored bishop b3. Much better instead of c3 was bishop d5, and for example c6, c3, c takes d5, c takes d4, bishop e7 attacking the knight on g5, queen d2 protecting the knight, and white keeps some advantage, despite the game is rather complicated here. It's a playable position, and who plays better, that wins the game. That person wins the game. So instead of all this, instead of playing bishop d5, my partner played c3. Obviously I took knight takes b3, I took that bishop, a takes b3, bishop e7, queen d5. Here the position is already equal. Short castle, and then suddenly knight e6. I don't know the reason why white made this move. Probably it was due to some miscalculation or something like that. Natural queen d2 kept the equality. Also, instead of queen d2, f4 is not sufficient because of c6, queen d2, e takes f4, queen takes f4, bishop f6, and black is slightly better with the idea of rook f8, and then rook e8, and then rook e5, and rook attacks the knight on g5. It's not really easy for white to make anything against that plan. But it's not winning position for black, of course, but black feels pretty comfortable in this variation, in this line. Let's go back to the game. So my partner, like I said, after my castle, played knight e6, which is, I think, calculation mistake. Obviously I captured on e6, queen captured on e6, check, king h7, bishop takes h6, g takes h6, g takes g4, and rook f4 attacking the white queen. Black is on the roll. Queen e2, and then I played queen g8. It's not the strongest move, because I played this because few moves back I noticed a possible nice queen sacrifice and couldn't resist the temptation to try this line. That's the only reason why I played queen g8. Instead of queen g8, much stronger was queen d7, and black stays clearly on top, aiming for rook g8. For example, if knight d2, then rook g8, and black's attack is very, very difficult to stand. So let's get back to the game. Queen g8 instead of queen d7. Knight d2. White doesn't notice the next black's combination. White supposed to play, instead of knight d2, supposed to play g3. That move could prevent the combination that you will see a few seconds later. But even after g3, black keeps some advantage. So white played knight d2, and then queen sacrifice. Queen takes g2 check. King takes g2, rook g8 check. The only defense to avoid immediate checkmate was queen g4. That's how my partner played. But rook g takes g4. And then after king h3 and rook g6, there is no satisfactory defense against rook h4. Checkmate is unavoidable, and white resigned. White didn't feel at home in the position after the opening. So let me finish my video at this moment. White resigned. So play chess. Best of luck to everyone, and till the next videos. Bye bye. Come back later.